Hey, my name is Ken and I teach small creators easy and efficient methods to create unique cinematic content. Today I'll be sharing the art of cinematography and why cinematic videos are the new wave of social media content. First of all, I like to set my mindset and say, make films, not videos. You want to film yourself through a cinematic lens. Most of us are solo creators, so when we film ourselves, we want to do it in a cinematic lens. This will literally make you stand out from your competitors in the exact same niche that you were in. And trust me on this, people will call you underrated very, very quickly, and that happened to me a lot. The thing about cinematic content, right? It has endless creative potential, which pretty much means you can develop your own unique content style of filming, editing, and everything else. Because it's like directing, producing, filming, editing your own films. So a good tip is to watch movies. Watch a lot of movies and recreate the shots that you like. Watch movies that are realistic and that you can pick out a shot and it's easy to recreate, even at home. Another good tip is to also consume a lot of cinematography content from other creators for inspiration. And this is pretty much how you build the foundation of your personal brand with this wow factor, the cinematic style. Now let's get into the 3 basic shots that you're always going to need as a cinematic creator. First of all is the long shot. This pretty much captures your entire body and your surroundings. But we do long shots just to show the environment around us. It's also effective to start off your video or your story with a long shot. With long shots, you have endless potential to do plenty of activities and movements. For example, exercising or working out. Next up, we have the medium shot. This pretty much captures half of your body. It's usually your upper body, but you can also do lower body. No one likes to do that anyways. And this shot captures any smaller actions or movements. For example, working on a computer, eating breakfast, reading a book, or even just having a conversation with someone. If you're someone who's filming, a lot of dialogue between 2 people, then medium shots are the go-to. Next up, we have the close-up shot. This pretty much captures any specific body part, like an arm, a hand, or typically your face. It's most effective when you film your face because that's where you express your emotions and that's where the audience can feel and empathize with it. Now with close-up shots, you're gonna have to act a little bit, especially with your eyes and your mouth and your facial expressions. I'm gonna give you guys a bonus shot here. It's called an extreme close-up. This is pretty much very similar to the close-up, but just a lot more zoomed in. So it captures the really small details of any subject, any face, any object, tools, even your eyes. Now here's the thing, you're gonna have to mix all of these 4 shots together. We do this to make a visual story. Visual storytelling is to pretty much set the mood or the tone or the theme of your entire piece of content. So you want to mix these shots together for different scenes and different chapters of your video. For example, one subject, let's say this is the subject, my speaker. Imagine if you mixed 4 different shots of just this one speaker. That right there is called a story. Now, if you mix multiple different subjects together and blend in all of the shots that you learned today, that becomes more than a story. That becomes a film. Now, those are the fundamentals of cinematic storytelling. But in terms of the post-production, when you edit your videos, it's pretty simple. All you need to do is put every single clip together. But the hard part is to set the pacing of your video. Now, you don't need any fancy transitions, just use the basic cut that you see in every other film. Personally, I'm not a fan of using fancy transitions, especially if you want to get that cinematic vibe, then make it like a film. But at the end of the day, it's your choice. If you like those transitions, especially the free ones on CapCut, go ahead. But in terms of pacing, you need to set the duration of each shot in order to make your story slow, fast, or steady. Here's the important part. You need to stick with that pace. You don't want to start off really, really fast and slow down with the rest of your video. If you want to start fast, you're promising that the rest of the video is in the same pace. And this is where we get into viewer retention, and it's a bit complicated, but the gist of it is keep the same pace throughout your entire piece of content. Now, if you want to master the art of cinematography, but you don't have any fancy gear and equipment, then you can click the link below to join me inside my creator community where we can help you do just that. I'll see you next time.